Hello everybody, welcome to Flow with Christina. I'm Christina and today I'll be guiding you through about 15 minutes of mindful movement, full body movement today. You'll leave feeling amazing. Let's get started. We'll begin today in downward facing dog. So please come to all fours to start. Bring your hands just slightly forward of your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes, and lift your hips up and back to a big inverted V shape in your body. Your feet are about hip distance apart, and start to bend one knee and then the other, reaching each opposite heel down towards your mat, getting a nice stretch down the backs of your ankles, your calf muscles, maybe even feeling the hamstrings and the low back stretching here. Lots of engagement for your shoulders as well. Imagine pressing the front of your mat away from you. So you're drawing your chest back towards your legs, but keeping your lower ribs knitting in. Begin to bring your awareness to your breathing, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Beginning to find stillness with your feet, reaching your heels down towards your mat. Totally okay if they don't touch, but you're working them in that direction. Next breath in, roll forward, high plank, shoulders come over your wrists. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good, again, inhale forward, high plank. Downward facing dog, exhale. Last time, plank pose on your breath in, and we'll hold here this time, knowing that you can soften your knees down at any time to modify this shape. Otherwise, lift the backs of your knees up, firm up your quadriceps. Reach your tailbone towards your heels, squeezing your glutes and feeling your lower belly lift up as you draw it in. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. Can you get your arms any stronger or straighter? Imagining like you're pressing the ground away from you. And then without moving your arms, just imagine squeezing your inner arms closer together. Fire up your chest muscles. Breathe. I know it's not easy. Feel the whole front side of your body working to keep you lifted here. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down to your belly, untucking your toes once you get here. Inhale to lift just your chest, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Little to no weight in the hands, tops of the feet press down. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, come right back up, Cobra. Maybe come up onto your fingertips this time. Exhale, release. 3 more. Inhale, lift your chest. Option to lift your hands this time too. Exhale, let it go. Last 2, inhale, lift your chest. Option to lift your feet this time. Exhale, soften down. And 1 more. Inhale, lift everything you'd like up. We'll hold a few breaths this time. Squeezing your elbows and shoulders back as you pull your chest forward. Point your toes back. See if you can get your legs any stronger and straighter, and maybe lift your thigh bones up a little bit. Take 1 more breath in. Can you lift your chest up a little bit more? Exhale, let it go. Pressing to child's pose, bring your big toes together. Walk your knees out wide. Drop your hips down to your heels and stretch your arms long out in front of you. Finding a little bit of movement here if you'd like to. You can rock a little side to side in the hips. Roll a little side to side on your forehead, massaging out your third eye. Connecting with your breath, feel it in your body. And finding stillness at center here. Take 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, walk both your arms all the way over to the right, finding a little further reach with your left arm, softening either your forehead or your left temple down. Continuing to draw your hips down and back towards your heels and really feel your breath in the left side of your rib cage. Inhales, opening and expanding. Exhales, softening and a gentle contraction of your muscles. Take 1 more deep breath in and we'll switch sides on the breath out. Take it all the way over to the left. Find a little further reach with the right arm on this side. Settle in. Notice your breath. Last inhale. Exhale, make your way back to center, neutral spine, child's pose, and we'll come right up to all fours, tabletop position, bringing your wrists under your shoulders and your knees right underneath your hips. Linking breath with movement here. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, look up. Exhale, round your spine, draw your tailbone down, pull your chin in towards your chest. Another inhale, belly drops, tailbone lifts, reach your heart forward. Exhale, round your spine, press down to your hands to actively lift the space between your shoulder blades. One more deep breath in, cow pose, squeeze your shoulder blades close together. And exhale, round cat. Releasing to a neutral spine. Swing your feet around in front of you and we'll make our way to a seated position. So bringing your legs into Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose, the soles of your feet together, your knees out wide, and rather than having your heels in really close to your body here, have them out about 1.5-ish out in front of you so you have a nice big diamond shape with your legs. Sit up tall for a deep breath in, and on your breath out, just allow your spine to melt forward over your legs, allowing it to round itself as it naturally wants to. You can rest your arms on top of your legs here. You can work them in front of your legs if you'd like, or if it's available to you. My favorite option for this pose is to weave the arms underneath the legs. Here you give yourself the option of a little self-assist, very gently pulling your arms against your legs to assist yourself just a little bit deeper into the fold, never pushing anything or forcing anything. Next inhale, slowly rolling your way back up to a vertical spine. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your legs to guide your knees into center, and we'll make our way onto our backs here. So laying all the way down and preparing to take bridge pose. So keeping your knees bent, you'll plant your feet down about hip distance apart with your arms down by your sides. Press your low back down first, and then on an inhale, press down to your heels to lift your hips nice and high off your mat, keeping that same little tilt of your pelvis. So it's like you're lifting your tailbone between your legs. And then without moving your heels, just imagine dragging your heels towards your body. Feel your hamstrings fire up down the backs of your thighs. Squeezing your glutes, noticing the whole backside of your core muscle system working to keep you lifted here. Take one more breath in, maybe come up a little bit higher, and then exhale, gently release all the way down. We'll wiggle our feet out to the edges of the mat and let your knees fall in to touch at center. So it's like a little teepee shape with your legs. You can reach your arms out to the sides if you'd like, and then we'll start to windshield wiper the knees a little bit side to side. And then finding stillness at center. When you've done that the same number of times on each side, wiggle your feet back into about hip distance apart. Keep your left foot down and cross your right ankle in front of your left thigh, creating a figure 4 shape with your legs. Now this might be enough to go a little bit deeper. You can lift your left foot up off the ground, weave the right hand through that little triangle shape between your legs, and interlace your fingers either behind your left thigh, or you can do in front of the left shin if that's available. Gently drawing the left knee a little closer to your body here as your right knee reaches away from you. One more breath in. And exhale, soften your left foot back to your mat, keeping the right ankle where it is. Just wiggle your left foot all the way over to the left edge of your mat. Take a breath in here, and on the breath out, allow both your knees to drop down over to the right. So using the weight of your right foot to very gently guide the inside of your left knee a little closer down towards your mat. If that's too much, if this creates any kind of pinching sensation in the left knee, go ahead and wiggle that right foot off of the left leg and just let it rest beside it in the same shape. Hands can rest on your body or arms out by your sides, whatever feels better to you. And if you've got the right foot over the left leg, you can leave it there. If not, leave it off. We'll wiggle the left foot back behind your left hip. And then we'll cross the right leg all the way over the left, wherever you ended up. We'll meet here like you're sitting cross-legged in a chair, arms out to the sides. Scoot your hips over just an inch or so to the right, and then let your knees fall gently down to your left. Pressing your right shoulder down towards your mat, and if it feels okay on your neck, turn your head to the right. Next inhale, unwinding. You can use your left hand to support your legs if you need that. Uncrossing your legs once you get to center, bringing your spine to neutral. And we'll set up to take one more back bend. So that can be another bridge pose, or if you have anything deeper that you're working on, feel free to take a full wheel, camel, any other shape that works for you. Press your low back down first, and then on a breath in, press down to your heels, lift your hips up nice and high. This time maybe you wiggle your shoulders underneath you so much that you can interlace your fingers behind your back, pressing the pinky side of your hand down to your mat to maybe lift the hips up a little bit more. One more breath in, maybe you lift up a little bit higher, and exhale, gently release it down. Keeping your right foot where it is, we'll cross the left ankle in front of the right thigh. Then option to pick your right foot up, weaving your left hand through your legs and finding the same bind that you took on the first side, if that's available to you here. Very common for there to be a bit of a difference from side to side. Simply noticing that and accommodating as you need to. Gently drawing the right knee closer to you this time as your left knee isometrically presses forward. One more inhale. Exhale, lower your right foot back down. Wiggle your right foot all the way over to the right edge of your mat. Take a breath in there and exhale as your knees fall gently to the left. Option to keep the left foot on top of your outer right knee or leg. Or if it's too much again, simply wiggle that foot off and let it rest beside the right knee in the same position with the legs. And begin to bring your right foot back behind your right hip. We'll cross the left leg all the way over the right. Reach your arms out to the sides. Scoot your hips over an inch or so to your left, and then let your knees fall to the right. Left shoulder presses down, and maybe you turn your head to the left. Next inhale, bring your knees back to center, uncrossing your legs once you get there, and we'll take happy baby. This might look like holding on to your knees, drawing your knees in your chest, away from one another, and then in towards your shoulders. To go deeper from here, you can reach your arms inside your legs and see if you can grab hold of the outer edges of your feet, or maybe on your toes if you need. And then the work here is to stack ankles over the knees while you press your low back down as flat as you can keep it. You can hold still here, or if you'd like, you can find a gentle rock side to side, massaging deep into your low back muscles. Eventually moving back to stillness at center. And then we'll bring the soles of the feet together. Rest the outer edges of your feet down to your mat for Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly position. Here we'll bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart, closing your eyes if you have not done so already, and if that feels safe for you. Feeling the rise and fall of your belly with each breath you take. Softening the little muscles around your eyes and your forehead. Relaxing your jaw. Let go of any tension or resistance you might be holding on to in your hips. And if you'd like to remain here for the remaining of practice, feel free to do so. If you prefer a more traditional Shavasana shape for your rest, bring your hands to the outer edges of your thighs. Guide your knees in towards one another, and then straighten your legs forward, allowing your arms to rest by your sides with your palms facing up. Completely surrender down to your mat wherever you are. No tension anywhere in your body. Nothing to do. Be here and just breathe. Begin to deepen your breath, inviting some small movements back to your body. Wiggling fingers and toes. Circle your wrists and ankles. Gently turn your head side to side. Reach your arms long overhead behind you. Point your toes, full body stretch. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, hug your knees back into your chest, wrap your arms around them, find a little rock side to side one last time. And then however you'd like to make your way to a comfortable seat, we will meet there, keeping your eyes closed, sitting up tall, bringing hands to heart center, and bowing your chin down in gratitude. Take the deepest breath in through your nose, fill your lungs to the top and hold. Open your mouth, exhale completely. Let it all go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.